फाइनल अकाउंट्स में व्हाट गोज वेयर, उसका लॉजिक क्या है? टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड एवरीथिंग अंडर 10 मिनट्स. फर्स्टली, फाइनल अकाउंट्स में देयर आर थ्री थिंग्स दैट वी प्रिपेयर. एक हो गया ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, दूसरा हो गया प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, एंड देन देयर इज अ बैलेंस शीट. Let's first start with the balance sheet. Balance sheet के अंदर there are three things. There's capital, there's liability, and there are assets. Meaning of all of this is also explained in a separate under 10-minute video called accounting terms. Check that out. Now, capital के नीचे obviously proprietor का capital होगा. उसमें you will add net profit, add interest on capital, and you will subtract drawings. Liabilities include items like loans, creditors, bills payable, outstanding expenses, advanced incomes, bank overdraft, etc. Both capital and liability will be recorded under the liabilities side of the balance sheet. Let's now look at assets. Assets include fixed tangible assets such as plant, machinery, land, building, furniture, computer, vehicles. It also includes fixed intangible assets such as goodwill, patents, trademarks, copyrights, brand, etc. Assets include investments. Assets also include current assets such as debtors, bills receivable, stock, cash and bank balances. These are obviously recorded on the asset side of the balance sheet. Balance sheet समझ में आ गया? All assets on the asset side and capital and liabilities on the liabilities side. Now let's understand trading and P&L में क्या किया जाता है. Broadly, there are two main items, expenses and incomes. Before we proceed ahead, always remember, expenses are always debited and incomes are always credited. Now, expenses are of two types. Let's first look at direct expenses. Direct expenses matlab related to production of goods, such as opening stock, purchases less returns, wages, carriage inward, power and fuel. All direct expenses will be recorded on the trading account debit side. Then there are indirect expenses such as rent, insurance, salary, depreciation, interest on loan, da 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 da. Now, these expenses are indirect because they are not directly related to the production of goods. All indirect expenses will be recorded in the profit and loss account on the debit side. Now let's look at incomes. The biggest source of income for the business is sale of goods. Sales less returns will be recorded on the trading account credit side. And lastly, let's look at all other incomes such as commission received, rent received, interest received, dividend received, rebate received, etc. All these incomes will be on the credit side of profit and loss account. This in front of you is your entire final accounts. Never go wrong with what goes where. Understand things logically. For any doubts, feel free to reach out to me on my personal Telegram channel for free doubt solving. See you. All the best.